out here at the 4 Wheel Parts Nitto Nationals for the Ultra 4 National Championship race.
This course combines short course, it combines nasty, gnarly rocks. This course has it all.
Yeah, the key for this race is keeping the car together and going fast.
It's the ultimate challenge.
Welcome to the 2017 4 Wheel Parts Nitto National Championship at Wild West Motorsports Park in Reno, Nevada. Ultra 4 is considered one of the toughest off-road sports in the world. Let's take a look why.
So a lot of these cars out here are new and some of them are used. You know, a lot of the drivers out here move up in classes or get better and faster and build new cars, and the other cars get passed down. Particularly the car I'm driving out here this weekend was Chicky Barton's car. That shows how tough these cars are nowadays, that they can take a beating and still 3-4 years down the road still be capable to go out and win races.
In my opinion, it's the toughest, strongest off-road sport out there. I don't know any other series or sport that really can put these cars through the abuse that us Ultra 4 drivers can put them through. Out here running what is still relatively a new car to us. We picked it up from Bill Baird. I've been really excited about this car. Bill did some amazing things with it, built a really phenomenal car. One of the paces that Bill put the car through is out here at Ultra 4 Nationals. Bill was taking this chassis up the rocks and kind of stood up on its side, turned out, kind of saved it, and then he ultimately barrel rolled it over there in the rock section. So, like I said, it's gone through its paces. It's seen some action.
We've front flipped this thing before. We've looped it. I've crashed it at 60, 70 miles an hour. I've rolled it in the rocks. I mean, you name it, I've done it to this thing. I've rolled it slow speed, fast, you know, multiple times. And yeah, they're built to take it. You know, the tubes are all in the right places, and we just flip her back over, dust ourselves off, and get back after it.
I mean, there's definitely been some crazy wrecks that I've seen. So 2015, you know, Kevin Sakalis, he made a little mistake, and it's the worst wreck I've seen with Ultra 4. He had to have gone over 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times.
Wadded the car up, and the guys walked away from it with no problems.
Well, the cars are really safe. That's the biggest thing that's really important. The safety aspect of, you know, the head and neck restraints, the harnesses, everything that goes along into building a safe car with good head clearance and to ensure that we're staying safe is definitely paramount.
So there's a lot of crashing going on out here, you know what I mean? It's open wheel racing and you're door to door and there's objects everywhere. It's not like a groomed course or something, you know, where you don't have anything in the way, and it's crazy. You know, one year we were running in Kentucky and there's a set of triples that you could hit. They said you had to touch all of them, you couldn't jump them.
Shannon tried to clear both sides of it and caught the back end and endoed it right in front of me, and like right in front of me, landed the car like nothing ever happened and just kept on racing. And I was like, yeah, okay, I'll leave him alone. It's amazing to see what these cars will take. You know, to roll the car 3 or 4 times, you know, at 50, 60 mile an hour, it landed on the tires and he goes and finishes the race. So it's a testament to have where the safety aspect and have went in these cars, how much better they're being built nowadays.
One team that is rather familiar with crashes is the Gomez brothers. We stopped by their shop to see what they do day to day, both in and out of their race cars.
You are here this morning in Lotus, California.
We're right outside of Sacramento, between Sacramento and Lake Tahoe. It's called Gold Country area. We're right in Northern California, just out here in the woods, man. It's kind of country kids out here just going after it.
This is the race shop home of the Gomez Brothers Racing, and this is where all our central operations are for the whole GBR. So our core business, what we do is, if you look around, you'll see utility lines everywhere around here. We maintain and clear the vegetation and trees from utility lines all over throughout the western United States now. We've actually been really busy right now. We've been busy on the fires the last like 3 months. So we've been on every single major fire this year. Right now we're actively on 4 fires. It's been devastating, so that's where we come in. We assist and work with utility companies to get the power back on, to help these people get their lives back to see some sort of normalcy.
A burn, about 5,000 acre burn here about 2 years ago. They contracted us out to come through here and thin out a lot of the burnt material, pile it, get it ready to go for restoration, get life back on these mountains, you know. Trees, replant trees out here. We'll probably have a full growth forest back here in about 20 years.
Our race prep crews, they switch from working on the cars to go out in the field and working on heavy equipment. And the last 2 months, 3 months, has been 1% race cars and 99% I'm working on the field. But it's a rowdy little place here. It's fun. It's homey. But yeah, this is a shop. This is a race shop here.
Back in Reno at the Wild West Motorsports Park, the teams are preparing for the Ultra 4 season finale on a very special race course.
So this track is a very unique course here on the Ultra 4 circuit. It is a mixture of short course, desert, and of course, our favorite, the rocks.
This particular race course here in Reno is really cool for spectators because you can see 90% of the track from the grandstands. And out at some of the other desert races, we take off into the desert and nobody can really watch us. And so this is a great place for people to come watch Ultra 4 races.
While most of the classes follow a normal prelim to main race order, the 4400 class is split into 3 prelims with 7 competitors advancing from each. Then there's a B main race for those still looking to advance, and finally, a last chance qualifying race. Put together, it'll be 28 total 4400 class drivers advancing to the main. Coming up, all race classes take on the qualifying course. Welcome back to Journey to the Hammers, brought to you by 4-Wheel Parts, Nitto, Jeep, and Optima Batteries. Welcome back to the 4-Wheel Parts Nitto National Championship, where the action-packed weekend of racing is about to kick off.
Track is pretty much what I'd like to call King of the Hammers in a short course.
Welcome to the 2017 4-Wheel Parts Nitto National Championship. We're just right outside Reno, Nevada at the Wild West Motorsports Park. I'm Miles Hasquist, right alongside of Jim Martin. It's going to be a great day of racing out here.
It really combines all the elements of Ultra 4, throws them into one track, and puts them right in front of 5,000 people in the grandstands that can see the entire course. It's unlike any other race all year. There's nothing quite like it in motorsports. It is exciting.
The 4-hour qualifying slot started for all classes at 2 p.m. Friday, with many of the big names hopping on the track right away.
This is perfect qualifying conditions. So we've got clear sky, we've got a damp track, and those guys are going to be itching to get out on this course.
The key in this course is mostly keeping your car together. Qualifying too, you gotta start up front because, man, if you start behind someone else, mostly starting up front and then pushing your car is most key on this course.
Also making quick work of getting their qualifying times were the 4600 stock class competitors.
I think qualifying went great. We had a great run. The car was running awesome. I came out here to put a show on, and I think I did put a nice little show out for some of the people out here.
Not to be outdone, the 4800 Legends class showed up in force, taking their turn at qualifying for the next day's preliminary race.
My competition this year, Bailey Cole's doing really well. Basically, all the top 10 cars in the 48 class, anyone can win on any given day. They're good drivers, good cars. It's fun to race against them.
In the 4500 modified class, it was a show of wits and skill to see who would qualify in the first position.
So Vaughn Gittin Jr. out on course, looking good, looking smooth.
You know, my normal job is drifting in the Formula Drift Pro Championship. You know, coming out to Ultra 4 has been just an amazing challenge. The skill set from drift really translates well here. The competitors are all super rad, just like, you know, in the sport I'm used to. Amazing camaraderie, and the helmet goes on, and it's game time.
When the 4400 Unlimited class cars hit the course, that's when the competition was really on, with many drivers leaving it all out on the track.
Qualifying, we went into it with a game plan. At the very end, we knew we were going to have to send it across the rocks. We knew it was coming. We just didn't know it was coming that bad. We tumbled across the finish line, and safety crew was right on us, asking us if we're all right. And the only thing we want to know is if we crossed the finish line. That was our goal, cross the finish line. And honestly, it's one of the best qualifying runs I think our team has had, so we're pretty excited about it.
Qualifying was great. You know, we had a super good run. I think we ended up in the 3rd position, so that'll set us up really nice for race day.
When qualifying was complete, it was Jason Shearer leading the pack into prelims for the 4400 class, followed by Shannon Campbell and Jake Yeoman. In the 4500 class, it was Justin Hall that qualified in first. Albert Contreras qualified first in the 4600 class. In the 4800 class, Ken Foltz laid down the fastest qualifying time, and in the UTV class, it was Phil Cagliero leading the charge. Coming up, it's on to the prelims. Welcome back to Journey to the Hammers with a tech tip brought to you by Fab School.
My name's Joey Westhoff. I'm an instructor at the Fab School. When building any type of center console, dash, body panel, anything, a lot of people believe that you have to have some sort of tube structure behind the panel, and that is not the case. At the Fab School, we teach a backbone technique where we overlap 2 panels, but on the other side of that, we create a backbone, and it creates a very rigid structure. If you're into working with your hands and you want to pursue a career in metal fabrication, check us out on the web at thefabschool.com or 877-411-WELD. That's 877-411-WELD.
Welcome back to the 4-Wheel Parts Nitto National Championship, where prelims are about to kick off with the UTV class.
Hotly contested class this. We have 17 runners in this first UTV prelim.
Coming here, leading the national championship points is really stressful. I have a lot of competitors behind me, like a target on my back, so it's stressful, but I'm pumped to be out here and battling out with those guys and trying to win the championship. That's my plan. Most competitions, Casey Shearer and Phil Cagliero, those 2 guys have been on me since the beginning of the season, so it's gonna be fun going out there and racing with them.
It's Phil Cagliero crossing the line, taking the victory and the checkered flag in the first UTV prelim of the National Championships at Reno.
Next up was the 4600 class prelim.
Here we go, Ben Barroza goes up alongside, but it's Albert that takes the lead coming off the first rocks.
This race is gonna come down to the luckiest person out here. There's plenty of cars out here and plenty of rocks to change the first starter to the last starter, so you know, it's gonna be pretty crazy out there.
So the 46-48, Brian Barron does take the lead. He's looking good, looking fast in that Jeep.
This race is important to us. We're leading the points, but we still want to get the win and keep up the good season we've been rolling on.
So number 1, we have Brian Barron, Ben Barroza, and coming in 3rd looks like should be Albert Contreras.
Then it was the 4800 class's turn to hit the course, led by Ken Foltz.
Looks like Kent Foltz does take the whole shot. Right behind him is K-Rod, Aaron Brinker, Bailey Cole. This is a stacked class. Going to be a fun day to watch.
The key to this race to winning, to me, is keeping the car together, no flat tires. Being the fastest on lap 1 and 2 is not going to get you to the end of the race, in my opinion. Is just being smooth, and smooth is fast.
In qualifying, we got the pole. We stayed out front the whole time. We ended up getting a pretty good lead out there and was able to back out of the car, try and save the car for the main. But no major problems with the car, and hopefully it'll stay together and we'll repeat in the main.
Kent Fultz will take the checkered flag.
And a dominating display there from Kent as Cade Rod picks his way through the rocks for the final time.
At 8:15 a.m., the 4500 class took the course for their preliminary race.
Man, this race has a lot of competition. You got a lot of fast guys. The Rance family, Sean Rance, is behind us in points by 50 points. We have to stay ahead of them. Even if we're having a bad day, we got to figure out how to stay ahead of them or we'll lose the national championship. But you got Vaughn Gittin Jr. out here in the IFS car. You have Brian Crofts, you got Pellegrino. I mean, the list just goes on and on. Jimmy Jack's out here. Justin Hall's out here. You just really could go to probably 10 different drivers could take the podium. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I like the competition. I like the field being that big.
It looks like Vaughn Gittin Jr. just took the lead. He is pushing hard in this prelim.
You know, in the sport of drifting, you're sideways and the tires are constantly spinning. But the cool thing about that for me is that I'm so used to constantly feeling for grip when the tires are spinning. I'm used to flicking weight around and managing it very quickly. So it translates very well here to Ultra 4, whether you're on the short course or in the desert, how to pitch the weight and control it, put exactly where you want, but also feel that little teeny bit of grip that you need to feel in the rocks to keep the momentum.
Last year we won the national championship, and this year we really wanted to go back-to-back. We had a struggling, first part of the season, but we recovered really, really strong, and we're currently the points leaders. It's the last race of the season. As far as I'm concerned, when you cross the finish line, we want the car to just be done. Leave it all out there and just try to bring home this national championship for 2017 as well.
Vaughn Gittin Jr. takes first place.
Qualified fifth, which put me 3 rows back on the start. Very quickly started making up ground, getting past it, moving to the front. I made a mistake and passed under caution, so I had to let second place come back into first, but immediately gained that position back, got my clean air, and stayed in the front the rest of the race, conserving the truck. So we're moving on to the main. I'll be starting in first place, clean air, and I'm pumped.
Coming up, the 4400 Unlimited class has their time to shine in the 3 preliminary heats. Welcome back to Journey to the Hammers, brought to you by 4 Wheel Parts, Optima Batteries, Can-Am, and Nitto. Welcome back to the 4 Wheel Parts Nitto National Championship. Most of the race classes have already hit the track for their preliminary races, leaving it up to the massive 4400 class to finish off the rounds.
It's a little tricky when you have these races like this. You got guys that are really hungry from whatever happened yesterday in their qualifying run. It didn't go great. We're just going to go run our 6 laps for this heat race. And if those guys want to push harder than that, I'm going to let them do it because I know that we need a perfect car for the main. But you also kind of want that first starting spot in the main, so you drive it in your pace, which yesterday that was pretty good, so hopefully we can hold that up.
This is a brutal course on cars. You can have the best prep car when you get here and take a bad bounce in the rocks and break a component. You can lose steering. So it's really hard on the cars, especially going through the rocks as fast as we are.
With 3 preliminary heats for the 4400 class, it was anyone's race to take the pole position for the main, from Waylon Campbell and Eric Miller to Jason Shear and Levi Shirley.
Oh man, this field is stacked. These are the best drivers out here, and Shannon was fast, and Lauren's always fast. The Gomez brothers are great, and there's a lot of new guys too. Josh Blyer and all these guys that are out here that are just picking up the pace. But you can't discount guys like Tom Ways and all these people that just know how to do it when it comes down to race time.
I'm in a position right now, I'm sitting third overall. I'm right behind Waylon, who's leading, and Levi, who's in second. So The way the points are done this year, it's really going to be hard to make up ground if those guys run clean, which is great. I like that about it, but I'm not going to shoot myself here and say I can't win. You know, anything can happen. It's racing. You can't take anything for granted out here. And you know, I'm in that position this year where I can make some points up.
You know, I have a lot of pressure coming to this. You know, Waylon Campbell and I are sitting 1 and 2, and it's going to come down to this race. We literally have 20 points between us. So I know he's feeling the pressure. I know I'm feeling the pressure, but when it comes down to it, I'm just going to run my race. And if it happens, it happens. But I'm definitely not going to do anything out of the ordinary.
While many racers had amazing preliminary runs, others weren't so lucky, including Bailey Campbell, who took quite a tumble after losing brakes on the backstretch of the course.
We were up in the spotter stands, and she was doing the first prelim of the day and had a pretty bad tumble and came off the side of the mountain.
She was in the transfer spot, and then they lost brakes, and coming down the hill, the last hill, they took a pretty bad tumble, and Bailey's okay, but her co-driver Terry, he went to the hospital. He's got back problems. I'm not sure how bad he is yet. They haven't got a hold of us.
She's doing all right, though. She's still out here watching, having fun. And then I just got done with my run, and I started 5th, and by about halfway through the track, moved up to 1st place, and just kind of kept a steady pace and kept it there.
In the first 4,400 prelim, Jason Shear took the checkered flag, just beating out Lauren Healy for 1st place. In prelim 2, Shannon Campbell took the top finishing position over Levi Shirley. And Waylon Campbell took the top spot in the 3rd prelim, setting himself up for a great starting position in the main race. Vaughn Gittin Jr. took pole position in the 4,500 class. Brian Berend led the 4,600. Ken Foltz won the 4,800. And Phil Cagliero dominated the UTV class. Coming up, the main races kick off for a majority of the classes. Welcome back to Journey to the Hammers, brought to you by 4 Wheel Parts, Nitto, Jeep, and Optima Batteries. Welcome back to the 4 Wheel Parts Nitto National Championship. The UTV class is lined up for their main race and is about to get the green flag.
I'm trying to win this race. You know, I'm starting 3rd row now, and hopefully I can take the win. And it's a main event. You got to go all out, or you'll lose the race out there. So
we are under green flag racing. We are hot and heavy. Phil Cagliero looks like he's going to pull the whole shot, and he does.
I've had problems all year this year with my car. I've had a really tough year. I think I've got most everything worked out. The car's running good. So I'm feeling good. This race is really important because it's the end of the season. It's a national championship. It means a lot to us, you know, to work all year and do this and then come out here and have a good result at the end. So that's the hope.
Oh, Phil Cagliaro's been caught and he's been passed. Sean Stroud has the lead. Oh my word, third. Look at this. Sean Stroud, he's lost his steering. What's happening? No way!
Up and over the K-rail, Sean Stroud all over the place with the finish. Darian Gomez, Phil Caliero. Holy cow, a race to the finish.
Started 6th place. It was pretty stressful. I was kind of nervous. Then worked my way up to 3rd place, I think, and I was just pushing hard, pushing hard. Last rock section, it was me and Phil, and then it was back to back, and I just pinned it through, and then the car held up and went to the finish. I'm taking 2nd place home, so I'm excited, and hopefully I can take that championship. We'll see how it goes.
Oh, last race was awesome. We had a game plan. We stuck to the game plan going in, took opportunities when we had them, and I think we capitalized on that. You know, I listened to my crew. We work awesome as a team, and, you know, I can't thank all the support that I have.
While Sean Stroud took the checkered flag during the UTV main race, it was Phil Caliero who maintained his overall points lead to be named the 2017 Can-Am UTV class champion.
It feels so good. You know, you work for this all year, and especially when I had a tough year, I had a lot of problems this year. So, yeah, it's a huge relief. Yeah, huge relief to have it 2 years in a row.
After an action-packed main race, it was Sean Stroud, Darian Gomez, and Phil Caliero filling out the podium for the UTV class. Once the UTVs cleared the course and track maintenance was done, the 4400 class competitors who hadn't already made it to the main race lined up for their second chance at qualifying through the B main.
Number 1, Jason Shipman. Number 2, Andrew McLaughlin. Number 3, Brendan Thompson.
With 5 more drivers advancing, 26 racers were set to take on the main race later in the day. Then it was time for the 6-lap 4600 stock class main.
We're running for a championship. Basically, if we just finish the race, we should have the championship sewn up. So our big thing is we want to win the race, but we want to finish so we can win the championship. That's our ultimate goal. I raced the first race. Ben's going to drive the main event, so I hit a pretty good sized rock out there and broke a ball joint. And so we're changing that out. But other than that, go have fun.
Ben Veroza. Looks like he's going to be the 2017 4-Wheel Parts Nitto National Championship winner for the stock class.
Race started off a little chaotic. Some cars in front of us got pretty crossed up, and we kind of made our way through the pack and ended up in 3rd, I think, for first couple of laps. Pretty excited. Got to our last lap, and I think we broke a link bolt and lost the front end.
Oh, his axle's gone. He's lost his axle. Could he keep it together?
Look at that. We got another one.
Amazing.
Is that
We just pinned it, no steering at all, and I hope the wall was just going to push me straight. When it kicked us backwards, I was just praying we got across the finish line, and we confirmed it with all the officials that we crossed it by 2 inches. So it was an amazing finish.
It's been a fun season, and this is what we were really hoping for, was a first here and a first at the championship, and we're excited. It's been a great year.
Our goal coming into this year was to win KOH. We accomplished that. 4 first and a second. So we've had almost a perfect season. It
feels
awesome.
great. Couldn't ask for any more.
Going out on top is, you couldn't ask for anything better than that.
When the dust had settled, it was Ben Veroza who took first, followed by Sean McNamara and Bill Schultz. Coming up, the 4500 Modified and 4800 Legend classes race for final bragging rights. Welcome back to Journey to the Hammers, brought to you by 4-Wheel Parts, Optima Batteries, Can-Am, and Nitto. Welcome back to the 4-Wheel Parts Nitto National Championship, where the 4500 Modified class is about to see the green flag drop.
This course requires a very unique strategy. Your ability to pass is very limited. your ability to take yourself out for the weekend is very high. For us, our strategy is to go out there, make up as much time as we possibly can in the smooth sections, the short course, through the little bit of desert, and be patient in the rocks until we just have no choice but to go for it. You know, we're here to do the best that we can. Our goal is to get a win. And Brocky is an amazing machine built by Jimmy's 4x4. And, you know, it's gonna, you know, just like all Ultra 4 races, you can really get caught out. So patience is gonna be key.
And they're off. Von Gittin Jr., but the whole shot goes to Dustin Friesen in first. Von Gittin Jr. second. Justin Hall third. Jordan Pellegrino fourth. Matt Howell fifth place.
So if we were to win again this year, it would solidify that we're here for real. Last year, it was a rookie year. We had just a fairy tale season. We could do no wrong. The races just went our way every single race. And this year we started off really wanting to duplicate last year, and we just couldn't. You know, I mean, the very first 2-3 races, we had lots and lots of challenges. We just weren't even podium in the car. So to come back from that challenge, and be where we're at now, where we're the points leader again, and try to do back-to-back, we really feel like it kind of solidifies our position as being a legitimate competitor, not just a one-hit wonder.
What a battle we have. Look at that. Hitting a little lap traffic, goes right around. Von Gittin Jr. hot on his heels. It's going to be a drag race.
And now we have a drag race up towards turn 1. And Vaughn makes the perfect jump there.
Look at this.
Up the hill.
Heading into turn 1, inside, outside. Which way is he going to go?
Dustin.
Side-by-side action.
And Dustin giving Vaughn a lesson in drifting round turn 1. But who's going to make this into turn 2? Oh, look at this.
They just cleared the Spider Tracks tabletop. We're going inside, outside. What's going to happen? Friesen closes the door. Von Gittin taps him a little bit. We've got a race on our hands. Look at that. Such a close race. Dustin Friesen has his hands full heading up King Mountain.
He does indeed. Now, Vaughn's got to be careful. He doesn't want to make any mistakes going up the mountain. It's so easy. Oh, look at them as they're clashing tires once again. Amazing stuff here.
The lap traffic's going to be a huge factor right now. Which way's he going? They're going past on both sides. Look at that. Von Gittin pulls the lead. We got Von Gittin Jr. in first place.
Right off the get-go, it was a battle. Me and Vaughn, I got the jump on him, and I tried to hold him. And, you know, he makes mistakes, and he got it. I left one door open, and he took it.
We're watching some real action as Von Gittin Jr. and Dustin Friesen come down the Nitto Rock Trail. Oh, amazing scenes. In first is Von Gittin Jr. In second,
Dustin Friesen.
And in third is Jordan Pellegrino.
Matt Howell was able to hold off enough competitors to cross the finish line in fourth place, earning enough points to clinch the 4500 Rubicon Express Modified Class Championship. Though the competition was brutal, Von Gittin Jr. was able to pull out the win.
Look at the checkered flag. Von Gittin Jr. takes first place.
All right, yeah! That was insane. Quite different than the prelim. I was a bit patient going through the rocks on the start and gave it to Dustin. And that forced me to have to chase him for 2, 3, 4 laps. And the dust got gnarly up top. And we went back and forth a few times. And man, what a phenomenal driver he is. I'm just really proud of him. Put together a great effort, great crew. And you know, first place is the results of yield. So I'm really proud.
Von Gittin Jr. was able to take the checkered flag, followed by Dustin Friesen and Jordan Pellegrino. Then it was time for Ken Fultz and the rest of the Legends class to take the course.
Look at this epic stuff here. Ken Fultz taking the lead, Eric Brink, and then Case Rod.
The strategy is just to go as fast as possible and smooth and move up through the pack. Hopefully get a podium spot.
It looks like we have Cade Rod out front. Chased him is Ken Fultz.
Cade Rod heading up the hill now to turn 1, and he is looking untouchable. He's pulling out a big lead over Ken Fultz.
Right out of the gate, Rod just like schooled everybody. Like he just checked out and was gone, so we ducked in. We just tried to keep up as best as we could. We're just happy with the finish. Usually getting on a podium is icing on the cake.
In order to clinch the 2017 championship, Bailey Cole had to finish the 4800 main within one position of Brad Lovell, but after tough wheel-to-wheel competition, he was able to pull it out, besting Lovell across the finish line for a 5th place finish and an overall championship win. Cade Rod quickly took over at the front of the pack, leading the 4800 class all the way to the checkered flag.
Congratulations, you maniac!
What's up?
I had to yell at you. Yeah,
I heard you.
I had to yell at you. Calm down.
Fun. Calm down.
You were driving like an animal. You had like an hour lead. Yo, dude, you were flawless, dude. Beautiful.
Oh, it was awesome. It felt amazing. They kept telling me, you got 10 seconds, you got 20 seconds, you got 30 seconds, start shutting it down, don't make a mistake. I kept seeing them a little farther back every time that I came, which always felt amazing. The lap traffic was super good sports about it, and they were always never really in the way, so that's Ultra 4, it's racing, it's awesome.
Filling out the rest of the podium were Eric Brinker and Jason Bunch. There was still one more battle to be had before the grand finale, the 4400 class main. This was the 4400 class last chance qualifier, a 2-lap race which only 2 drivers advanced to the main, filling out the 28 total competitors.
Daryl Gray leading out front with the clean air in that Jimmy's 4x4 chassis. There's Jeff with All South Racing right there, battling that second, third position. So that is the battle right now. First place is pretty locked up by Daryl Gray.
This is a full-on drag race now, up towards turn 1, and they are fighting for that final place on this LCQ. And Jeff McCulloch, he makes the move. He's got the outside line. Oh, it's wheel to wheel as they come round.
He got pushed off the track just a little bit, heading down towards the spider tracks. Tabletop, he's going wide. Let's see if he can make it stick.
Look at this. And Jeff McCulloch trying again to get round the outside. Oh my word! Jared Pallard, what are you doing? Oh!
Jeff McCulloch did pull into second place. Daryl Gray looks like he will win the LCQ.
And he takes the win. And as we see, Jeff McCulloch here from All South Racing. Fantastic LCQ. And I'm getting all fired up and getting ready for this main. It's going to be incredible.
With that, a final race order was set for the 4400 main. Coming up, the final Ultra 4 race of the season. Welcome back to Journey to the Hammers, brought to you by 4-Wheel Parts, Nitto, Jeep, and Spider Tracks. Welcome back to the 4-Wheel Parts Nitto National Championship, where the green flag is about to drop for the 4400 Unlimited Class main.
Yeah, the reason that we're all here is the 4400 main, and what a lineup. What an amazing selection of cars. What an incredible set of drivers we have for us. Just look at this lineup. It's insane. Jason Shearer, Shannon Campbell, Waylon Campbell.
All the heavy hitters, Lauren Healy, Levi Shirley, Josh Blylard.
Go, go, go!
Jason Shearer gets the whole shot. Holy cow, he's starting to pull right behind him. Shannon Campbell.
I think the key to winning out here is to run your race, because you can definitely hurt the car too early on in the race and not have anything for the end. So, you know, even if some guys want to push extremely hard, I think you got to still race your race and then have something left for those last 3 or 4 laps to come back and try to show that your car was the best one and you could really push at the end.
This is going to be an epic battle to the end, Jim.
I'm going to win it. I told Waylon, you know, he's in the points, so he needs to just make sure he does what he needs to do. And I mean, I'm sure he wants to win too, but he got to take care of the car and make sure he's there for the finish, you know. But yeah, I'm here to win it, so let's see what happens.
So look at this battle. We have Levi Shirley, Shannon Campbell, Waylon Campbell. They're racing for this race, but they're also racing for the season points. Number 1, Waylon Campbell. Number 2, Levi Shirley. This is action.
My biggest goal for the main is I got to beat Levi. To me, the points championship is a little bit more important than the race itself, just because it's one thing on the bucket list that I haven't done yet. I've had a couple first places this year, and I just really want to sit on top and show the rest of these guys that I can hang with them.
Jason Shear out front with the clean air.
Shannon, Jason, those guys are both fast. They're both animals behind the wheel. Something is going to happen. I'm just going to be sitting back, try to be as patient as possible, and let those two go run their own race, and hopefully we can pull off the W. But I'm going to be patient. About lap 8, it'll turn on. You can get so screwed up trying to worry about somebody else. So it's very important on a race like this, just run your own race and not let that other guy affect you. So we're just going to cross our fingers and hope for the best.
Oh, what's this? What's this? Is that Shannon Campbell going backwards down the mountain? Yes, it is. Josh Byler just missing the 3-time king.
Holy cow, that's close.
Total chaos.
There's Randy Slauson, Tom Ways battling it out back there.
Lauren Healy has got a tyre missing off the Red Dragon.
Jason Shear is absolutely flying out there, Jim. So it will be a battle all the way to the end between Levi and Waylon for the national points. We are about halfway through this race. Jason Shear takes the whole shot, has led the whole thing. We'll see if he can keep it together. We have Jason Shear out front, Levi Shirley. Number 3, Waylon Campbell.
With Jason Shear leading the pack from the start, the race for second and third was on between Levi Shirley and Waylon Campbell, 2 young guns that have been battling it out all season. With just a handful of points separating them from the national championship title, tensions were high as each tried to fight their way up the podium.
Jason Shearer in a dominating form of his life. He is killing this race. He has led from start to finish. He qualified first and has not looked back ever since.
One more turn into the 4-wheel parts rock section. Jim, we're about to have a winner.
Check this out, it's Jason Shearer. Oh my word, what a superstar, what a winner.
So it looks like it's going to be number 81 out of Dodge City, Kansas. Levi Shirley heading into the 4-wheel parts rock section, skipping through. Oh my goodness, Jim, second place, Levi Shirley.
Wow, fantastic stuff from the young man from Kansas. He brings it home. And here comes another special young man. It's Waylon Campbell, bringing it home for a third.
You won, you know. You won. You won.
That's the first place. Yeah! That was as fast as I could go, yep. It's kind of a dream weekend. I mean, it really did start this morning when my brother gave me the call about 2:30 in the morning that he was his wife was going into labor, Marcy, and we rushed down. We made it to Sacramento, Roseville area for the hospital. Got to be there when the baby was born. Jammed back to the track, went to our heat race, and we were able to go right out there and win the heat race. That put us in the first position after qualifying on pole. And man, I mean, led it from green to checkers. It's like a dream come true. You know, you don't get those very often in racing, and that was a special day. And my wife's here and everybody's here. I mean, it doesn't get any better than having your family supporting you at a race, and man, it feels great.
With Jason Shear crossing the finish line first, followed by Levi Shirley in second, and Waylon Campbell third, it was a day of dreams come true for many top competitors, especially Waylon, as he earned enough points to clinch the 2017 championship.
You had Shear up front, you had a bunch of those guys up front. I went left, they went right, and I popped out ahead of the Campbells. And from there, man, I was just pacing Shear. To be able to be second behind Waylon and just the Campbells in general, they are a force in the sport. Just be able to be right there with them, I'm very honored.
Started off in the second row, right next to Lauren Healy, and Levi got by us, and I had no idea. Until we came down the rock section, and I just see Levi and my dad scooting down the mountain, and I'm like, what the heck's going on? Now I gotta play catch up. You know, everything else went smooth. Me and Levi have been going back and forth, and I'm just so excited to be able to say I'm the national champion.
When it was all done, the top 5 across the finish line in the 4400 class main were Jason Shearer, Levi Shirley, Waylon Campbell, Lauren Healy, and Tom Ways. In the 4800 class, it was Cade Rod that took the top honors. Topping the podium for the 4500 class was Vaughn Gittin Jr. In the 4600 class, Ben Veraza took the checkered flag. And in the 4900 UTV class, Sean Stroud took the win. That ends the 2017 Ultra 4 racing season, but King of the Hammers is just a few months away. For the Ultra 4 crew, I'm Cameron Steele saying see you later. It's been an epic 2017.